When it comes to this company, there is one goal in mind, and that is to adventure together, which is the coolest thing you could possibly imagine for any company to strive for. These are a group of friends that have come together to create games they've always wanted to. Adventure Together Games is not only making games, but have created their own tile system, which is called Source, to have a playing field for all of their games. Other than the fact that this company just finished up an amazing Kickstarter for both the Source tile system and their very first game, TimeStrike, which I did get to play, and it is fantastic. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for TimeStrike. We are here for Source Golf. Source Golf is a gem. I don't know why this is not the heading of their Kickstarter. This is a hole-in-the-wall game that they've kind of slipped right in. Okay? What is Source Golf, Joe? What are you talking about? Can you actually play golf on the Source tile system? Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It is golf. You are rolling dice, all sorts of dice, to play golf. Now, here's a quote from my fiance Jill, and she says, it's a quote, she says, "Feels like I'm playing mini golf. Funny enough, this ain't mini golf. It's actual golf, but I mean, I do agree with her. It does feel like you're playing mini golf because you are playing on a small, very small, or, I mean, at least we did. We played on a very small area, but it does expand, right? Like, the Kickstarter has a lot of terrain that you can buy, especially when they open up their late pledge manager. You can go in and start pre-ordering your own giant sets of Source tiles. So essentially, you are playing golf. You're taking a ball pit, you're putting it on the terrain, you're on the course that you've built, and you're rolling dice to determine how far it's going to go, how it's going to curve, and literally you're just getting your ball into the hole, and you can play as many courses as you like. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the rules. I'm going to spark notes it for you. So, the game comes with a very specific designed golf ball that has an arrow up top on the front and the one on the side. Now, the side one is a little bit more interesting. So, obviously, the straight arrow is going to tell you which direction you want to hit the ball. Easy enough. The curve on the side of the ball is to see what the curve is. Now, I don't play actual golf. I play miniature golf, okay? Jill and I, we go way back with being very competitive with it. Not the point. The point is that when you hit the ball, there's wind resistance, there's trajectories, the ball curves. You pick the curve. So, at some point, you got to pick a left curve or a right curve. Easy enough, okay? Then you got to pick which club you're hitting with. Now, like I said, I don't play actual golf. I play mini golf. In mini golf, you get one putter. That's it. That's the only thing I know is the putter. So, I pulled up the rules, actual rules, which will be in the description below, so you can go check them out. All the rules of how to play Source Golf, totally free for you to own. There's the driver, which is the D20, the wood, which is the D12. I don't know, what is a wood? What does that mean? An iron, okay, they're all made out of iron, are they not? D8, the wedge, which is a D6, and then the putter, which is a D4. Now, what's super genius about all of this is that all of those dice you can find when you play a Dungeons & Dragons game. When you play any RPG for that matter, that to me is just so special. It's just, Here's your choice of actual other dice. Here's a strategy. What strategy of how far you want to hit this ball? Then, so let's say you roll the d12, okay? I roll a d12, I hit an 8. You know what? Forget that. Scrap it. Reverse it. All right. Let's say we're playing on a very big course, and you want to roll the d20, and you roll a 20. Guess what? You get to do my second favorite thing in all of dice games, is pick up 20 dice, shake them up, and then throw them in your dice box or on your table, or if you're a psycho, the floor. And now you have to separate the ones, any sixes you get, and then everything in between. Sort them out. So this will now determine, remember that curve? Remember that we're talking about which curve, left or right curve? All of your ones are going to be the first direction of that curve. Now you have to go move in that direction. So if you're doing a left curve, all of your ones start moving left. Then you determined how far. Now this is going to be every single number in between. For however many dice, that's a 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's how far straight you're going. And then for any sixes you have, now you're going back to the right. So for the left curve, you went left at first with all the ones. You went already with the straights, with the 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. And you're not counting each 2 or each 3 or each 4 or each 5. You're counting all of them collectively. All the 2s, all the 3s, all the 4s, all the 5s. And these are considered your straights. Then your sixes, you're coming back. So when you're shooting it up in the air and you're curving, you have to come back to essentially where you started. So any sixes you get will be moving your ball back to the right. And then that's when you land. And then you've hit the ball successfully. That's so cool! To play golf! You're thinking, if I had to describe that to literally anyone else, you'd think, Joe, what RPG are you talking about? Well, young citizen, ain't no RPG. This is source golf. This is the new game of dice rolling experiences. It is. I just love how simple this is. I love how simple and fast. Once you get the rhythm down, you're going course to course to course to course. And the best part of all of this is the source tile system. Because once you and your friends get to play and you get all your balls into the hole and you jot down your scores of how many hits or whatever, you're like, well, what do we do now? Is the game over? I'm like, no. Just change it up. You don't have to rip the entire board apart. You can if you want to. I know Jill and I did. But you get to change the course around, move some stuff around, and it's so easy to do that. You can change where the sand is, sand pits are, you can change where road is, you can change where the trees go, you change where the hole is, you can change where you hit the ball. Because you have to have some place as a starting zone for you to hit the ball. And you also have to have an endpoint. But it is so simple to just be able to play a game of golf as a tabletop dice throwing experience. This for 2023, this was one of those year enders that I learned about this and was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. And starting 2024, being able to continue this reign of playing, I'm totally shocked that this has never been done before, and yet here we are. Here it is. I love source golf. And granted, I would have never known this existed. They don't advertise this. I mean, look, granted, this is the reason I'm making this video, right? Because I saw this, I played it, and was like, this is what the game they need to talk about. There it is. Source golf. I want to thank Nick, Anthony, and Chris for inviting me out to their headquarters to play TimeStrike and Source Golf. I really appreciate that they gave me some beta or alpha tiles to play with, so that Jill and I can play and I can share this with some of my friends. The tiles are fantastic. They're such great quality. They're a little bit smaller than what I'm used to with a heroScape tile, but even with that, they're so unique. They're so well put together. I love the Source tile system. They're fantastic. And for anything Adventure Together games related, go check out their Discord for all of the latest information, because I cannot wait for them to open up their late pledge manager, so that even you can jump on the boat early to get yourself some Source Golf or TimeStrike, and especially the Source tile system. And then hopefully I'll get some more Source tiles, even more than I've already ordered. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see a Source Golf tournament called the Source Cup. And don't forget, I am not crazy. I'm Joe Crazy.